Deep in the enemy flagship's bilge, a woman disguised as a deckhand held a detonator to a powder charge. One press, and the fleet becomes a funeral pyre. Her handler gave no extraction. She was meant to be a ghost, fire and smoke, then silence forever. A crate shifted, a child's whimper. Then a scrawny boy tumbled out, clutching a waterlogged journal to his chest.
One sound, and I'll open your throat.
The Admiral takes dinner at 7. The night watch changes at the half bell.
The blade stopped mid-swing. Lena stared at the boy who should not exist, who whispered secrets no child could possess.
Who are you?
I hide in the vents. I hear things. Please, I know the ship's schedule.
Her gaze fell to the journal, leather-bound, water-stained, and fat with hand-drawn pages.
I should kill him now. But what else does he know that could change everything?
Lena lowered the knife a fraction, her eyes boring into the boy.
Open it. Show me what's inside.
It was my father's. He drew what he heard.
The boy's trembling hands pried the waterlogged cover open. Across the pages, intricate diagrams of the ship's hull, acoustic maps, each weld marked and rated.
Your father listened to the hull, mapped its weak spots by sound.
He was a cartographer for the Admiral. When he refused to turn over the maps, they killed him.
Lena's jaw tightened. A dead cartographer, a boy who knew too much, and a journal that could rewrite her entire mission.
You are coming with me, and if you scream, I'll break your neck.
She dragged him to a false bulkhead deep in the bilge, a hollow space between rusted ribs. She shoved a ration biscuit into his palm and sealed the panel, then straightened her uniform for the Admiral's table. In the Admiral's stateroom, silver platters gleamed under chandelier light. Lena stood at attention, her heart a muffled drumbeat.
Effective immediately. A full inspection. Someone whispers sabotage, and I will not tolerate a rat among my crew.
Lena's face remained granite, but the word inspection coiled around her spine. The boy was still behind that rusted panel.
Here, chew it slowly.
I saw them. Before I hid in the crate, the lower hold is packed with bombs, red rings, not black powder. They're fire bombs.
Lena's hand froze. Experimental incendiaries, not to sink a ship, but to erase a city, her capital. Dawn was only hours away.
This was never about the fleet. My own handler sent me to die while a city burns behind me.
She grabbed the journal and flipped to the pages Mako had shown her, the hull weak points, the cargo layout, and a child's drawing of a firebomb.
Where exactly? Which deck?
Lower aft, behind the water tanks. I can draw the route if you give me a pencil.
The inspection began that same hour. Boots echoed through the corridors as sailors searched every locker and crate.
If they find him, it's all over. I need to check Voss's dead drop, see if there's an extraction window.
She crept to the unused radio room where coded messages were meant to arrive. The transmitter was dark, its guts ripped out. Under the console, a crumpled note. No extraction. Your signal is the fire itself. Voss's signature, in her mind, the flash of Voss's cold smile as he handed her the detonator. She had been a spark, not a soldier. A search party clanked past. She pressed herself into a shadowed bulkhead, breathing shallow. Back at the hideout, a crewman's hand rested on the false panel, inches from discovery. Lena's blade was already drawn.
Don't move. Not a breath.
The crewman grunted and moved on. Lena eased the panel open. Mako's eyes were wide but steady.
They're searching everywhere, but I know the Admiral's code patterns. We can fake a message to delay the launch.
Lena hunched over the journal, copying the Admiral's crisp script. The ink dried fast in the bilge's damp air.
If I slip it into the officer's mess before the morning watch, they'll tear each other apart.
She found a chart table, unattended, and left the forged note folded beneath a compass. Within the hour, the wardroom erupted. Voices snarled about stolen credit and the Admiral's hidden ambition.
This is the work of a mole. Someone on this ship, wants us divided. I will not allow it.
His fist crashed onto the table. The order came swift and brutal. Total lockdown. No one moves without escort. Search parties swept the corridors again. But this time the ship was a cage.
We've stalled the launch, but the noose is tighter than ever.
He'll never stop looking now. What do we do?
We wait. His paranoia will crack open a door. We'll be ready.
3 days of lockdown stretched the ship taut. Corridors stood empty, but the air was thick with paranoia and the promise of fire. Muko's fever burned white-hot, his small body racked by chills in the bilge's damp womb.
Without medicine, he won't last the night. The infirmary has what I need.
She pressed a kiss to the journal's cover and left him, the bulkhead sealing him in darkness, passing the cargo hold. She glimpsed the firebombs, red rings like angry eyes. Dawn was near. A guard blocked the infirmary entrance, demanding the Admiral's own seal for entry.
Stand aside. I have a medic's requisition for the aft watch. They're coughing blood.
The guard's eyes narrowed as a stray lock of hair escaped her cap. Suspicion flared. His hand drifted toward his pistol. Then a klaxon blared, fire in the galley. He cursed and ran.
Drink, Mako. Stay with me. I won't let you die down here.
By the next watch, Mako's fever had broken. His voice was thin but steady as he turned the journal to a new page.
Look. Father marked a seam where the hull curves inward. It's the bomb hold's weakest point.
Can we collapse it without igniting the rest?
With small charges, yes. It'll implode, swallowing the bomb's hull. No fire.
Lena traced the diagram. For the first time, the mission became something other than a funeral pyre. She returned to the hideout in the dead hour, her arms laden with low-yield canisters stolen from the armory.
I've drawn the path, through the vents, past the tanks. Here, take this.
The scrap of paper was a miniature of his father's work. Every turn, every duct noted with precision. Lena stacked the charges behind the panel, then smoothed the journal's map flat, memorizing each weld.
If this works, the ship cripples but doesn't sink, and he'll see the shore.
At dawn, Lena hauled rigging on deck like any other sailor. Then the Admiral's voice shattered the routine.
The launch is advanced to 0500. Every firebomb will be armed within the hour.
Lena's hands stopped. The countdown had been cut from days to hours. She descended into the belly of the ship, where red-banded bombs squatted in neat rows. Time was a fuse burning short. She threw open the false panel. Mako was already awake, his eyes wide in the dim light.
What happened? You are pale as salt.
The launch is moved to first light. We have less than 3 hours.
Then we don't wait. I'll guide you through the vents.
Lena shammed charges into her jacket, the journal a second spine against her ribs. Mako folded the route map into his palm.
We go now. No more waiting. We end this at dawn.
They crept through the crew quarters, past hammocks swaying with the ship's roll, guided by a child's memory of air duct corners.
The hold's just ahead. 2 guards at the main hatch. It's been the same every night this week.
Lena came from behind, a wire looped around the first throat, then a palm strike to the second's temple. Silent and quick, the steel door groaned open. Inside, firebombs squatted under red warning lamps, their rings like warnings in a dead language.
There! The seam Father marked. Right where the hull curves inward, that's the weak point.
Her fingers were rock steady as she pressed the first charge against the cold weld, locking it into place with a soft click. She worked clockwise, matching the journal's diagram, each charge a node in a silent countdown.
Mako, count them. All 6 must be linked for the implosion to work.
Lena twisted the detonator's key. A green light blinked. 15 minutes until the implosion swallowed the bomb hold whole.
15 minutes. We move, now.
A klaxon split the silence. Then red lights flooded the corridor. The unconscious guards had been discovered, and the ship was no longer asleep. Shouts of Saboteur and boot heels thundered through the decks. The hunt was on.
Hold my belt. Don't let go, no matter what.
They sprinted, the timer on her wrist now their only compass, the journal a leaden weight against her ribs. Over the intercom, the Admiral's voice sliced through the alarm like a blade.
There is a spy on my ship. I will find you, and when I do, the boy will watch you hang from the yardarm.
Lena's jaw tightened, but she didn't slow. The timer beat harder than her heart. A search party stomped past the junction ahead. She pressed them into a recess, swallowing a breath.
The hideout's lost. Only the bilge is open, and that's a flood trap. We can't go back. Keep moving, into the lower drain.
The drain led to the engine room, a cavern of steam and iron pistons. Admiral Kale was waiting, pistol raised, with armed sailors.
I smelled your stench the moment you came aboard. Now, you'll watch this boy suffer before I put a bullet in your skull.
Lena shoved Mako behind her, but the journal slipped from his grip and tumbled open on the grating.
Wait, there's a page stuck to the back cover. It's got writing I didn't see before. It reads, Lena is a spark to draw fire. No extraction. Her corpse will be used to blame the islanders. Signed, Voss.
Voss's cold smile when he handed her the detonator, the same words she'd ignored, now a death sentence.
They sent me here to die as a false flag. My death was the mission, not the bombs.
Her face crumbled, then hardened into something colder than any steel on the ship.
A dead woman learns she was a martyr. It changes nothing.
You gave me a reason to live.
Disarm your charges, and I will let the boy live. You have my word.
Don't trust him. He gave Papa his word, then shot him on the gangplank.
His promise is a slaughterhouse door. I have to choose, and I choose the child who still knows what truth means.
Her thumb closed over the dead man's switch. The green light turned red. The countdown was now irreversible.
Your word died with the cartographer. We end this together, and neither of us will beg.
The Admiral's pistol trembled, not from fear, but from rage that a pawn had just toppled his board. The dead man's switch was tied to her heartbeat. If her pulse stopped, the implosion would fire instantly. No escape.
You chose me.
I chose us. Now hold on to my jacket, and don't let go.
No one could stop the implosion now. The clock was their only ally, and it was burning faster than Admiral Kale's fury. Admiral Kale lunged, pistol blazing. Mako hurled the journal, its pages fluttering like a dying bird, and the barrel deflected inches from Lena's heart. Lena twisted the weapon free. A brutal kick to the wrist, a knee to the ribs. The Admiral crumpled and she snatched the journal from the air. A deep thrum shook the hull. Then a muffled roar. The first implosion. Fire and seawater erupted in a violent ballet through the bomb hold.
Go, go. The corridor's caving.
They sprinted past panicked sailors, the ship listing hard. Then, a wall of flames sealed the main passage, driving them back.
We can't go that way. The fire's everywhere.
This way. There's a maintenance hatch to the lower deck. Move.
Water gushed through split plates, rising to their knees. The ship was dying, and the sea was eager to claim it.
Hold your breath if you have to. We swim for the port side and the escape pods.
Behind them, Admiral Kale's roar echoed in the steam, but the water swallowed his voice. The flagship was breaking apart. The pod bay was a chaos of steam and ruptured pipes. Only one escape pod remained, its hatch gaping like a last hope.
Get in. There's no time.
Wait! You too. You promised we'd end this together.
She slammed the hatch, but the launch mechanism screeched and jammed. A twisted beam had lodged against the outer hull.
I'll release it manually. Stay put. Don't open the door.
No, don't leave me. Please, come back.
Water swirled around her waist now. The ship groaned like a dying beast. Her fingers closed on the icy release lever.
Just a few more seconds. He needs to survive this.
I won't let you do this. I am coming out.
Outside, the ship's skeleton screamed. Steel plates tore like paper. The pod still hung in its cradle, stubborn and still. Inside the pod, Mako found a hidden manual release panel, sketched by his father, and wrenched it open.
I found an emergency release. It's here, just like Papa's drawings. Get back inside. Now, Lena, jump!
Lena heard him through the glass. One heartbeat of impossible choice. Then she pushed off and dove back inside. The release snapped into place. Rockets ignited as the pod tore free. A split second before the bay collapsed, the bomb hold finally gave way. A spectacular, silent implosion that swallowed the firebombs in crushing seawater and phosphor. From the pod's window, they watched the flagship's aft vanish into steam and shattered metal. The firebombs were gone.
We made it. Mako, we made it.
You came back. You didn't leave me.
The pod bobbed in the churning sea. Behind them, the flagship cracked in two, its mission erased by a boy and a woman who refused to be ghosts. Dawn bled gold over the calm water. The wreckage of the flagship was a distant, smoking silhouette. Mako carefully opened the waterlogged journal, its pages clinging but legible, the ink somehow holding.
The map's still here. Father drew the coastline. Our island is northeast.
Lena looked at him. This child who had been a stowaway, a spy, and now a navigator.
Your father would be proud. His maps saved us, and you. You are braver than any soldier I've known.
For the first time in years, Lena smiled. A real smile, unguarded and warm. She took one of the oars and began rowing, following the crude chart in the journal. Mako leaned against her shoulder, his eyes closing. The sound of the waves was the only lullaby he needed. The journal lay open in his lap, its maps now a promise of home instead of war. Hours later, a green smudge of land solidified on the horizon, the exact coastline sketched in the journal.
Land. It's our island. I see the cliffs Father drew.
A weather-beaten fishing trawler chugged toward them. The old man at the rails squinted, then waved.
Here. Help us. Please. We have a map.
The fisherman called out in a dialect Lena hadn't heard since childhood. Her tears fell without sound.
My mother's voice. My village. I never thought I'd hear it again.
Calloused hands lifted them aboard. Mako was wrapped in a salt-stiff blanket. Lena's knees nearly buckled as they sat on coiled ropes. The journal slipped from Mako's lap and fell open to the very back page. There, in childish crayon, two stick figures held hands. Beneath them, a word, family. Mako looked at Lena, and she touched his cheek with a trembling hand. The drawing had become real. The old captain saw the drawing and told them the capital was spared. The firebombs never reached the shore. Then he asked the woman the question all castaways dread. Who are you, and where do you belong?
I am his guardian.
So we're a family? Like the picture?
We already are. Since the moment you hit me with that crate.
Mako laughed through his tears and threw his arms around her. The captain nodded, a silent blessing, and steered for the harbor. Mako opened the journal to a blank page, then picked up a stub of pencil from a net bin.
His father's legacy will live on, and I have something to protect.
The trawler chugged past the breakwater. The bells of the capital rang for deliverance, but for Lena, they rang for home. The trawler bumped against the wharf. A cluster of port officials hurried over with sharp, suspicious questions. The harbor master demanded what they knew about the Saboteur and the sinking flagship. Lena stepped forward to confess, but Mako tugged her back and spoke first.
I was a stowaway on that ship. She found me and stopped the bombs from launching. She saved the city. The firebombs never reached the capital.
The harbor master's frown melted into disbelief, then burning curiosity about the secret weapon.
This journal is proof. Maps of the bombs and the hull's weak points.
He's protecting me. After all the lies, this child is my shield.
The officials forgot the spy. They only saw a boy hero and his guardian. Lena took his hand as they walked up the dock. His story, their armor, her secret, still safe. They were given a small room in a coastal inn, with a window open to the stars and a single bed. Lena sat by the window, watching the unfamiliar constellations. Mako padded over, barefoot and still half asleep.
Do you regret it? Not blowing up the whole ship?
I would do it again, but this time I'd know I was doing it for you.
She took the journal from his hands, now dried and preserved, and wrote something at the back.
This was your father's legacy. Now it's ours.
Mako opened to the last page and read her inscription, "Our map together." His breath caught.
You wrote it next to our picture. Family and a map. We'll never be lost.
She pulled him close, and the journal rested between them, a fragile, indestructible proof of what they had become. The stars wheeled overhead. They didn't need a heading. They had their own map. Morning spilled over the coastal path, gilding the sand and stone. Lena and Mako walked without needing to speak.
What do we do now? Will they make you a soldier again?
Number. We'll need to disappear for a while. Stay ahead of the war, and any questions.
Then let's be cartographers. We can draw the coasts and breakwaters. My father's work and yours.
Lena laughed, a real, unguarded laugh that scattered seabirds into the sky.
A cartographer and a saboteur. We'll be the strangest mapmakers the sea has ever seen.
Mako beamed and held up the journal, now truly theirs. At the harbor's edge, a small sailboat waited, a gift from the old fisherman who recognized two souls in need of a quiet departure.
We'll follow the coast to the next inlet. Draw it, then keep moving.
The sail caught the breeze. They were no longer fugitives, just a family with a blank page and nowhere they had to be. The sailboat glided over the morning sea. Mako opened the journal to a blank page, then picked up his pencil stub.
I'll start the map here, where the new headland is. Father would have wanted it exact.
Lena steered, watching him draw the same swell and curve she'd once used to chart destruction.
Your father's legacy didn't end in steel and fire. It's alive in every line you draw.
Then I'll draw it right. Our world exactly as we see it.
He sharpened the pencil stub and began, the coastline taking shape under his small, sure fingers. He added a tiny anchor symbol, their first free anchorage, and named it in careful letters. Then, at the edge of the page, two stick figures held hands, the same drawing. Now a compass rose.
This is why we fought. Not for a flag, but for a future he can map.
The journal lay open on her lap, its first page now titled, Our World. The sea stretched before them, and the map was just beginning.